I'd like some more wine.
So, Mike, tell us all about Stone and Webster.
Stone and Webster. Founded in 1920 by two MIT graduates.
What were their names?
Their names escape me at the moment. I can never remember.
Currier and Ives.
Currier and Ives. That's a possibility. Situated in the heart of downtown Boston, conveniently located right next to South Station, such that one could conceivably get off of work at 4:30, hop on the train, and be home in New York to goof off with his friends a mere 5 hours later. What else do you need to know about Stone and Webster?
I don't know. What are you going to be doing there?
Enough said. Working.
Gee, that's
Same
a
thing
switch.
I'm doing here, except it'll be more exciting.
Ah.
Writing news articles for nuclear trade magazines. That is, the magazines are not nuclear, the trades are nuclear.
Ah.
Key distinction there.
John, so what do you think of Mike leaving?
I have mixed emotions.
What are they?
Wait a second. Is this going to be played anywhere where Ralph Treese can hear it?
No.
Okay. You may speak freely.
Well, my wallet and my waistline will probably benefit from his departure, but my heart will be broken. And that's about it.
Don't you feel like one of those newsmen shuffling their papers at the end of the newscast, waiting for the camera to go up?
So, Mary, what do you think of all this?
It was sad to see Michael leave.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Oh, okay.
I have an idea. Let's all lapse into a companionable silence.
I thought that's what we would do.
He's just laughing in anticipation.
The tape is rolling.
The tape's
Oh.
on. We're singing the kitchen.
Well, oh God, because the microphone.
So what did you see? What did it look like when the Titanic sunk? Speak into the microphone, please.
Right, that's what I said.
Well,
Thank you.
classic question. How do you feel?
How do you feel? Right. So anyway, we're sitting back in Rich Woodall's cubicle. Me, John, and Rich, and Ralph comes back to the coffee machine, and being the great guy I am, I figured I'd be genial, and I said to Ralph, Ralph, the hardest thing is going to be saying goodbye to people. There's so many people to say goodbye to. And Ralph just looked at me and said, "Well, Mike, to hell with them." And I thought that was just so perfect for him, To hell with him.
Damn it, Mike! Why do you have to say goodbye to everybody? I don't understand it. Damn it, Barrett! What is the matter with this boy? So do a Charlie Lyles imitation. Preferably without a potato chip.
Well, I know that you would like to see me do Mr. Lyles correctly. But what you must understand is that here it is very difficult in front of many people to do Mr. Lyles correctly. Okay, that's it. Get out of here. What guarantee do I have that you won't show this tape to anybody?
How much money do you have?
What's the diff?
Just kind of smash this between my fingers here.
So Mary.
Yes.
So what do you think?
I just walked
Get
in.
immortalized on video.
Oh well. Did he sound like Charlie Lyles?
I don't know. I don't talk to John Lyles that much.
You're fortunate.
Non-committal. I like her.
Hello. Took me months, but I finally got you close on it.
Beyond that is the lead engineer who has his own cubicle, like completely to himself. His cubicle is totally his. He's got filing cabinets and stuff in there, and it doesn't belong to anybody else. Beyond the lead engineer, that's Mr. Jackson. Beyond the lead engineer, like Mr. Treese, he's the group engineer. He's our boss's boss. And he has, not only does he have his own cubicle, but he has his own secretary as well. So he's got his cubicle and an adjoining secretary in an adjoining cubicle. So that's like how you know you're getting a real up on scale. And Mr. Lyles, not only does Mr. Lyles have his own secretary, but he has his own office. It has like a wooden door on it. You have to like open the door and go in. You can even lock the door from the inside so that nobody can go in there.
And he also has his own computer terminal.
And he has his own computer terminal. Correct. And Mr. Upton has a huge office, relatively speaking. It's much nicer than Mr. Lyles.
But it's empty.
But it's empty. Why? Because he's too important to do work.
The
Apparently.
chairs in there.
What's that?
Got a lot of chairs.
Hmm?
Got a lot of chairs for meetings.
Yeah, that's so you can bring people out.
So originally why they put the camera on me is I was supposed to tell the story about, you see, it all started with hair. Marilyn is getting her hair cut, probably on Saturday. And Mike was upset about that. So Marilyn said, I'll send you my hair. Mike told a story of how he had, was it Gretel? Was her name? Gretel. He has some of Gretel's hair. And I said, well, her hair, that you've had it for 7 years, might be getting a little ratty. Why doesn't Marilyn send you her hair? And if you get all kinds of hair from lots of people, you could make a rug out of it. That was kind of disgusting, because then you'd step on it. Well, my second thought was you get different color hair, and you make a tapestry out of it. And I said, you could make that tapestry out of hair. We need a shot of the tapestry. Except the trick is, there's green in the tapestry.
Camera back on Rick. Camera back on Rick.
Camera back on me. Thank you. And there's green in the tapestry. And we don't know anybody with green hair. And then I said, well, I knew a kid with green hair once. And I said, kid, why do you have green hair? And he said, I don't know.
And the woman laughs again. This woman is laughing.
She probably thinks that's sick. In fact, she probably thinks that's completely sick. Now, it's funny you should mention that, because the word sick brings to mind, I'm one of those people that always tend to, you know, when you read about a disease with the symptoms, you always feel that you're getting them yourself. You know, you start to feel them. And I was like that. I've always been like that. Whenever I read about some other new kind of sickness, I always feel that I'm getting the symptoms. I went to the doctor and said, Doc, I think I'm a hypochondriac. He told me I was imagining it.
Is that a joke?
Are we finished?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a joke about the kitten and the rooster. And the kitten and the rooster are both very hungry, and there's this body of water separating them from a cornfield. Well, the rooster decides to take a few steps back and flies over the rest of the body of water over to the cornfield. Well, the rooster's eating the corn, and the kitten's awfully hungry. And the rooster goes, little kitten, come on over, the corn's good. And little kitten goes, I can't, I'll fall in. And the rooster says, oh, no, you won't. Go ahead and try. And the little kitten's awfully hungry, and he sees the rooster eating the corn. So he says, okay, I'll try. Takes a few steps back, takes a running leap, and falls in the middle of the water. Moral of the story is, where there's a wet pussy, there's a happy cock.
I don't believe you said that. Look at John. I think you can. I don't think you can turn a worse shade of green.
So, John, what did you think of the joke?
Am I on camera?
Yeah.
I wasn't here. This is spliced in later. I wasn't in the room where the joke was told. That was at a later date that I had.
If you pan over to Mary, you can disprove that. John, you seem to be a liar now.
Videotape is inadmissible in a court of law. You know? So this will never stand up.
A slow pan showing no edit.
Well, okay, so I'm here. So what do you want me to do?
You weren't listening to me.
No, I wasn't. I was in the room making. I was in the other room making coffee. Would anyone like some coffee?
did you lie about, Mr. DeConti?
Like I'm dying or something? What's the deal? Yeah, I think we should get this picture too. Come on, get it there. Oh, it's me. Well, should I cut it or what's the deal? And if I cut it, how do I cut it? I'm
Cut
gonna
it
cut
in
it.
squares.
Cut it in squares.
You know, cut the end. No, cut the end. Go that way, then that way. A corner.
Like this?
Mike, it's a cake.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know how to cut it.
You're an engineer, Mike. Cut it.
Cut it like that.
Wait a minute. Close up the cake first.
Solder.
Say what?
Think of it as a pan of lasagna.
That was Italian.
What did it mean?
That meant I'm gonna kill you.
To be taken serious.
Amazzare. Amazzare.
I thought that was a kind of car.
Well, we don't see.
And they don't play the mic.
No. I put the small mic back in. We're getting all this.
Okay, well, listen, that's a pretty reasonable size, huh?
Yeah,
And
that
I
looks
just did it
great,
all on
Mike.
feel. I did it all on feel. I never really looked.
Well, it's a pretty tricky maneuver, I must admit.
Who's gonna have this first?
You walk.
They're gonna take you eating it.
No,
We're
no,
gonna take you falling on the floor.
I'm gonna serve to more people. Is that you
That's
gonna
the
have-
general
with me.
plan, yeah.
Well, then take this piece of cake. In other words, take this, all of you, and eat from it.
That's great.
I'll give you the first
You
two.
make it sound like the Last Supper or
Thank you
something.
so much.
You're gonna take eating cake.
Do I get to take a picture of you too?
I guess.
All right.
I have to tell you, this is a nice cake. Were you responsible for getting this, or was Mary responsible for
Mary did.
getting it? Mary did everything.
Sarah and I picked it up and brought it over here.
As far as my money.
Sarah paid for it, sort of. We got reimbursed. I want to get Sarah.
Hold it out straight. And where did you get that from?
Okay, Peggy, a friend of mine, she has a friend who orders it for me.
Ah.
I said you can. Shut the camera off!